Hello guys, it's me Gleff back again and welcome back to another video. This is a huge video. We will have public testing today with the Druid and Necromancer Rework and Third Dimension Rework and some more information. So this is quite a large public testing. So yeah, we'll have access to the Druid and we'll see what the ability does. And I've already seen that the class is a wand class with a leather armor. So that is going to be kind of interesting, a lot of leather armors in the game. But yeah, let's see what Deca said on their community blog post. Deca says, a new round of public testing is now live, featuring early versions of the upcoming Druid, updates to the Necromancer and the Third Dimension Dungeon Rework. We're opening this build so players can jump in, exploring the changes and share feedback while development continues. The Druid. The Druid is a durable meter building caster who shapeshifts after enough basic ability uses. The ability shoots a stat scaling projectile towards the cursor. On transformation, the Druid gains bonus stats and an empowered attack, extra shots and damage at the cost of reduced weapon range. Druids will be the game's 19th class and will unlock after reaching level 20 on Sorcerer and Huntress. Druid is a wand class, leather armor class. The base stats are visible in game. Tiered items. Okay, so the ability is called the Sigil. So we have tiered items, Sigil of the Chicken, that's the first one. And it ends with Sigil of the Rhino. Every tiered sigil buffs the same stats and has similar usage. UT items. We have Sigil of the Great Shark, we have Silken Sigil, we have Sigil of the Purple Dragon, Sigil of the Queen Bee, Sigil of the Crystal Golem. Use the basic ability enough times until you fill the meter, then switch ability for the transform. Left shift plus ability is the default key. Meter transformation, power spike, revert. Note, current transformation skins in-game are placeholder. We will have 8x8 transformation skins for future public testings. Notes, remember things are work in progress. Your feedback will improve the Druid for future public testing sessions. Okay, interesting. Then we have another big change here. We have the Necromancer class rework. I love Necromancer as it is right now, but let's see what it says. The Necromancer rework has arrived, bringing with it several enchantments. Today we are unveiling the Necromancer's complete ability overhaul. While the Necromancer has long been favored for its solo efficiency, it has lacked the identity of consistent with what Necromancers typically represent in other media. Furthermore, the Necromancer does not utilize the new stat mod capabilities introduced in previous class modernizations. Lastly, following the Priest rework last season, we have implemented changes to our design approach concerning healing. Considering these factors, we are pleased with the present to present the Necromancer rework. Skull rework. Similar to the aforementioned Priest rework, the Necromancer class will transition from consistent burst healing to a more sustained healing over time model. The Necromancer's primary ability has been fundamentally redesigned into new Raise Dead activation. Activating Raise Dead summons an autonomous undead minion at the cursor's location. These summoned units will automatically target and attack the nearest enemy, with a percentage of their damage life stolen to restore the player's health. Furthermore, this health restoration via the undead minions contributes to filling a secondary meter. Once this meter is full, tiered skulls enable the use of the Necromancer's signature Vampire Blast, providing a quick burst of healing for both the player and their party. In the shop you'll find each tiered UT and SD skull available for testing. Okay, interesting. Summoner. We now address the topic of the Summoner class. Although we believe the Necromancer's new ability functions distinctly from the Summoner's mechanics, we acknowledge that this development may cause the Summoner class to seem somewhat antiquated. To mitigate this concern, we plan to implement a class modernization for the Summoner in the future to ensure parity, but we are currently unable to provide estimated time of arrival. Okay, that's interesting. Here we have a big one, the Third Dimension Rework. The Third Dimension has long been a point of contention among players due to its length and feeling unrewarding because of said length. Many of the changes here do address these issues, but also many more perceived ones. The main focus of this rework is to pull out all the stops in terms of polish and gameplay. The overall structure of the dungeon has been reworked to be more sprawling, and the map has been split into 2 parts since it is functionally 2 dungeons with the same boss in the middle. The treasure rooms are still present, but now one is guaranteed. In their second half of the dungeon, all other dead ends are replaced with rare enemy rooms. These rare enemies replace 1/10 of our regular enemies throughout the dungeon, but they spawn in groups here in these rooms. They serve as both variety and the dropper of STs and one of the new UTs. Due to the sprawling structure, many of the enemies have been reworked to be less debuff heavy and also leaning into certain roles like tank or sniper. The bosses, on the other hand, has been reworked to be less tedious and more dynamic in terms of variety and game mechanics. The art has been redone throughout the dungeon. All enemies have unique projectile sprites rather than recolors, and these sprites are meant to be more solid, making them more readable and colorblind accessible. In the original, many players thought that the treasure room boss portray was a bug because it was using one of the transition frames that was being a giant grey square. It has now a new base sprite to differentiate it here. The bosses themselves have new art for various faces and animations. The new items included are a morning star that drops from the 2 main bosses, a loot that drops from the second boss and treasure room, and a ring that drops from various enemies. The consumables also heal 100 HP on top of its current effect. Okay, so here we have the morning square, we have the triangle, and we have the ring of cubed wisdom. Okay, so I jumped in game, and here we have the druid. Okay, so we'll see what the druid does. Okay, I guess this is... Hello? What? Okay, we have the UT sigils. We'll take one of those. We have 1 tiered sigils. I'll take one of these. UT. Yeah, UT is better. Let's take this one. We have the 3rd dimensions UTs here. We'll take this one as well. We have... Let's see. Here. Maxing. Okay, here we have the druid. Okay, so we'll start off sigil of the chicken. So this is the number 1. You can see how the meter fills up every time I press my spacebar. And let's see. Okay, so now this is ready. So for us to activate this is to change, I guess. Okay, so to transform, you hold left shift and spacebar. You can see here I become a chicken. And I get a attack and defense increase. Okay, interesting. Okay, and now I am undone. So if we take maybe tier, let's see, tier here, maybe tier 6. Yeah. So we'll fill up this one. This is called Sigil of the Horse. I guess I become a horse here. Boom, boom. And then left shift and spacebar. Okay, I still become a chicken. And you can see how the range is decreased for my chicken here. And I gain a small attack and defense boost. Which is... I don't really know how much. But quite a lot of attacks. So that is quite interesting. And we have Silken Sigil. We have the Sigil of the Great Shark. And we have the Sigil of the Purple Dragon. So these ones are UTs. So this one, how it works, used to build the meter and fire sigil projectiles. Gain 60 attack and 150 mana, improved basic ability and more damage in exchange for range. Holy moly. Okay. You can see how I fill up the meter. Boom. 120 attack. Okay, that's quite crazy. But the range, as you see, is decreased, so that's a small drawback, but the amount of attack you get here is quite crazy. This one gains 50 attack and 26 speed. Okay. So we fill it up, and then shift spacebar. and I get a lot of speed and attack. So that is quite interesting, but you gotta work these abilities up, and MP cost 15, so they're very cheap here. This one transform like the floor, 55 attack and 150 health. Okay, this one, and boom, I get a lot of HP, so that is kind of interesting. Okay, interesting. I feel like the wand and leather armor combination here is quite weird, but I can see what Deca is going about this with these abilities here, with the different UT ones and normal ones. So these ones you get attack and defense, 40 attack, 20 defense, 35 attack. You see, yeah, you get a lot of defense and attack for the normal ones, but the UT ones are attack speed, attack mana, and then attack defense. No, let's see, attack HP. Okay, yeah. Okay, I sit here with the Necromancer, and I think this is quite more interesting. Okay, so this is also a meter function now. So, Necromancy, raise 1 corrupted souls undead to fight for you. Projectile, you can see it here, inflicts curse for 4 seconds. Ah, okay. I wonder what happens when the meter is full. Okay, so we're gonna try it out with some enemies here. Okay. Okay. You can see here, on ability use with full meter, purifies status effects within 4 squares. Charge the meter by healing with your raised dead. Okay. Ah, you see the meter? Whoa. That's crazy. Okay. Interesting. Produces 3 explosions at the aim point. The first heals the player with subsequent bursts, dealing damage, decreasing damage over a wider area. Oh, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So it takes quite a long time to get the healing up. Maybe a little bit slow for my liking. Soon it's up. Need quite a lot of mana here. I don't know what happens when this one fills up. Okay. So this one inflicts curse. It doesn't really say on ability with like it says here, on ability with full meter. Doesn't say full meter here. Yeah, okay. That's a parasite thing. Interesting. Ooh, I kind of like these sprites here. You can see they follow the damageable things. So that is quite nice. They have like an auto aim. Look, they're fighting for me. And I kind of like that. This is more like a Necromancer, but I wonder what the healing thing is. Necromancy, raise 1 Espen undead. Okay, and that one makes enemies slow. So that is quite nice. This is like an auto aim. You see? Okay. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, I got the tiered skulls now, and we'll try them out in the tomb here. Boom. Maybe the slowest dungeon to get here. Let's see. On ability use with full meter. Vampire Blast. Deal 320 damage and heal for 120 HP for each enemy within 4 squares. Okay. So I think these are like more sentry type things. No? They follow the enemies. Okay. I wonder, like, when it heals me. Okay, a little bit unclear, like, when it actually heals me. On ability use with full meter. The meter is full, but I can't seem to get it to work. Okay. I'm a little bit the meter things, I don't know. The Yoikai amulet was kind of a joke. Like, it was really bad. I didn't like that at all. And here we have the new reworked third dimension. Okay. So everything has like 0 HP, looks like. This is a changed one. I guess there's attack and defense. So these ones circle around you. Maybe takes the bullets for you. I'm not sure. Let's take this one. I like this one. So here we have like the first boss of the dungeon. Okay, the Necromancer here is so much auto-aim. You don't have to think. They just do a lot of damage for you. So it looks to be quite the same battle. At least for the first boss. It dies quite a lot faster, I think. Oh, I like the Torment Skull. Holy moly. Quite a lot of damage. That was the first boss. Okay, so this is the second part. So a little bit harder, maybe. But still very rushable, so that is nice. Okay, I kind of like the rework here. The sprites, it's looking much more refined. Whoa, okay, this seems to be a completely new fight. Whoa, what the fuck is happening? Where's the real one? Here's the real one. It's charging up, I guess. Okay, so this looks like the old one. Okay, it's not really the old one. Okay. Okay, I like this rework. I like it already. It's so much more interesting than the other fight. Like, in the normal third dimension, I would still be on the first boss. So this is a great improvement, it feels like. And some new UTs. Yeah, it's nothing bad. Do I kill all of these small ones? Skull of the Torment here just shreds everything. Whoa. Damn, okay. Okay, that makes damage. Whoa! Look at that! That looks amazing. Those cubes, like... Okay, this is farmable. This is a... I like this. This was really, really fast. So, guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about the Necromancer rework? What do you think about the first footage we have on the Druid? I like the idea, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's nothing like that crazy with a new debuff or so, but it looks to be an alright class. But another leather armor class? I don't know. We have 7 now in the game. Yeah, for real. I really like the Necromancer update, but I don't know, these full meters, I don't know. It works for the Skull of Endless Torment. It seems to go directly when you have a full meter, but these ones, a little bit bugged maybe. But what do you guys think about this? Comment down below and join my 5,000 gold giveaway. I'll see you guys later in another video. I'll see you. Bye bye.